Hello again. Another introduction now for full opening repertoire for black. I didn't cover d4 in my opening repertoire for white because I plan to play only e4, but we will learn d4 now in opening repertoire for black because we many players will play d4 as well. But first, in first two videos, we will learn how to play against e4, and we will, as I already announced earlier, in opening repertoire for white, we will play Sicilian. We will play c5 exclusively as our response to e4. Many chess players will not agree with me and will say that this is not a good opening response on beginner levels, but I disagree. Here, Sicilian is interesting game for both sides and provides really interesting and good chess and good opportunities both for white and black, and there is no too much theory. Actually, there are much more theory in some other lines. For example, e4, e5 has much more theory, which you already know from my videos for white. So we will play Sicilian. In the first video, we will cover the most frequent response by white, which is knight f3 on the second move. And this is really what will you encounter on almost always, let's say like that. But some players like other openings, other responses too, and we will cover that in our second video here in opening repertoire for black. In the third and the fourth video, we will cover our responses to d4 opening. This is a very solid opening, but not as sharp immediately from the beginning as e4, and provides also the theory you should know, because many players will play d4. After d4, players usually plays d5 or knight f6. I choose knight f6 because there, in my opinion, and trying to go through many opening basis and analyzing by computers, and I have some experience in that because I also play correspondence chess, and actually I'm an international master in correspondence chess. So I know that there are more chess after this Indian game, knight f6. Many openings are similar as in d5, but there are some more choices and some more chess to play after knight f6. So I bravely choose knight f6 here, and c4 is c4 is considered as by far the most common response by white in this scenario. Actually, also after d4, d5, most players plays c4, so-called Queen's Gambit. Also here after knight f6, c4 is a very common move, and we will cover that in our third video. Other responses we will cover in our fourth video, And finally, in the last fifth video, we will cover other first moves by black. Knight f3, so-called Reti opening, and c4, so-called English opening, are also pretty common, not as much as e4 and d4, but a certain amount of players play this, and many variants will be and many ideas how to play. We will see if we learn e4 and d4. So I will try to transpose two variants from e4 and d4 as much as I could, and actually, so we will not go very deeply in those other openings. So in one video, I will cover both Reti, English, and some other responses common on beginner levels like e3, g3, or b3. I will not cover other openings because in other openings you will easily get advantage all in the center almost from the beginning, and you will actually be able to play your setups from other openings. So what you will learn from the Sicilian or Indian games, many of those ideas you will even more easily adopt if opponent plays some other uh, some other not so good opening lines. So your life will be even easier in those situations. So this introduction was even longer than for white, for opening repertoire for white, but you will see there will be somewhat less theory. In some sense, it is somewhat easier to learn how to play as black, because white is the one who needs to prove that he has some advantage. And actually, in our modern age with with top computers, it's not easy to get any advantage for even for white, but there are more tries, and we will see how we can punish our opponent if he doesn't play top moves. So see you soon in those 11 videos, which will cover I bravely say full opening repertoire for white and black. We will not cover all possible openings because we stick to only one response in each situations from other sides. So we will always play the same. That is the best way to learn openings. Let your opening place different in different situations. We will always stick to just one exact response in our opening lines, and then we will continue depending on what the response from the opponent will be. Thank you, and see you soon.